Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another stream. Um, Tonight, we're going to be finishing off this Toy Story Alien Pizza Planet rocket. We've so far done 4 bags, so we've completed the alien. We're partway through the mechanism, including the moving part, which we did in the last stream. It's really cool. So today, we're going to be building the Pizza Planet rocket. We'll also be talking lots of stuff on stream, so we're going to be talking Lego deals at the moment. There's double points on. There is Amazon Prime Day starting, and other things going on. So we've obviously got the World Cup going on at the moment. We'll probably be talking about that a bit. Might talk a bit of video games. We might talk a bit of just general news. No doubt we're in the UK for all the UK viewers. We're in the middle of a heat wave, so it's roasting in here. That's why I've got the window open. That's why the blinds flapping everywhere. But yeah, let's crack on. Let's get the first bag open and let's finish off this rocket. So we're on to bag 5, mentioned. We've got bag 5 and we've got the sticker sheet. So let's get that open and then we can start talking. One smaller bag, nice juicy parts in here. But yeah, so I mean, if anyone is UK based, how are you dealing with this heat? I suppose is where we start. It is hot. I'm lucky enough to work in town. Mix of work from home, work in town. I was in town today. So I've been in a nice air-conditioned office, which I'm not currently. This room is stuffy. For those elsewhere, I don't know. Sometimes we get viewers from state stuff. In the UK, it's currently about 34, 35 degrees, which may not seem that high for some of you guys, especially in the southern states. But in the UK, that is hot. We are not built for heat like that. We do not have air conditioning in any of our houses. I have a fan, which the children have currently got. So this room is just hot air. But yeah, so we do not cope well up for it when there's a bit of heat. Getting quite lucky in that all my trains and stuff are actually air conditioned. I did get the underground at one point, but only a couple of stops, and that was more than long enough. But yeah, it has been a hot day, and it's only going to get hotter. So yeah, we've got that to look forward to this week. Everyone moans that soon you get a bit of sun, everyone moans about the heat, but problem is I like heat. Don't get me wrong, I love the sunshine, I love the heat, I love that. But when I'm on holiday and I'm sitting by a swimming pool and I can jump in the swimming pool, and you're in countries that are built for it with, say, proper air conditioning and things like that, as soon as you get at home, it is just unbearable. But we'll make the most of it. The weekend was really nice. We've just had Father's Day here in the UK, so belated happy Father's Day to any dads. Hopefully you all got some Lego. Let us know in the comments, in the chat, if you did. Let me know what you've got. BS, we had that yesterday. We had some family around to our house. Did a barbecue. It's really nice. And then what else over the weekend did we do? So we were viewing houses because we're currently in the process of selling our house and looking for a new one to move to. So yeah, we've been around looking at a few different houses over the weekend. And otherwise, we just chilled in the afternoon and keeping our house tidy, things like that. But yeah, really nice to catch up with all my family yesterday. My mum, my sisters, my stepdad. So yeah, that was really good. Got belated birthday present from my sisters actually. So we got they know what I like. We got the little dancing group plant pot set, which is the missing group from my collection because I do have the Ravager group there. I've got the other Infinity War group, which is downstairs. That's in our living room. So yeah, that one was one I was sort of keeping an eye out for, so don't have to worry about that anymore because that one is retiring this time next month. So yeah, glad I got that. Completes the collection. So probably be building that one at some point, either on stream or on a video. That's one to keep an eye out for. But yeah, and then otherwise, the only other thing we did over the weekend was we went to Blue Water, which is our local shopping centre, and we went to that's one of the things we had multiple things to do. We went to the Lego store because it is double points at the moment. For anyone not aware, I do a video on this if you want it in more detail, but just to summarise, double points at the moment. There is a free gift of purchase, which as far as I'm aware is still available, still in stock last time I checked. It's a Leonardo da Vinci little building almost with it's got the Mona Lisa in it. It's got his flying machine. I think it's got a couple of other of his creations in there. It's a really cool little gift for purchase. Yeah, but yeah, double points. So instead of usually insiders points work out as 5% off. In double points, that works as 10% off future sets. So your points accumulate on your insider cards, and you can use them either part purchases or whole purchases in future. It doesn't that you don't need to get enough points to buy a whole set outright of it. You can use it to contribute towards future purposes. I like to save up my points personally because then I think you get a nice little free set almost at the end of it. So at the moment, I think now after my purchases the weekend, I'm up to £26, £27 on my insider cards. So I'll probably just keep them ticking up, and then yeah, eventually, like I say, use that to get a nice little freebie out of it. But yeah, it's a really good time to buy at the moment. So I picked up the Sherlock Holmes book nook. If you've watched any of my previous streams, some of my videos, you'll know that's been one that's been on my list for a long time now. Yeah, been waiting to get that, so got that one. And then to get me over the gift of purchase threshold, I also bought the Toy Story Brickheads. So that will actually probably be next week's stream. I'll probably be doing a Toy Story Brickheads. The Toy Story theme build seems to be going down really well at the moment on the channel. So we'll keep that going. Obviously, the movie's just come out. If anyone's seen that, if anyone's seen the movie yet, let me know. What is it like? Again, that's on my list of things to do. Seems a bit of a waste to go to the cinema during a heat wave. So I might hold it out for the next week or so once the weather's calmed down a little bit. But yeah, let me know how that film is because yeah, I'm keen to go see it. I'm excited. I'm a big Toy Story guy, big Disney fan in general. But yeah, my two big films are always Lion King and Toy Story. So it's nice to have the Lego both of them now. Yes, I'm really excited to go watch the film. Take the kids to go see that at some stage. Yeah, so that's where we're at. So that's then purchases they've been made. They are on their way in the next few days. So hopefully they'll arrive later this week, and then next week on stream we can start building them, which is exciting. Collection is slowly growing, which is good because I say we are looking to move house. We're going to have more space, and I need to fill that space with Lego quite clearly. Yeah, so it is. I say that's the plan. Once we do move, we'll have a room which will be my office. Plan is to have nice display units. So rather than wardrobe full of kids' games and radiators, and I've just got my little Lego display here. Some of my collection here. We'll have a nice big proper display. I'll look a bit more like an actual YouTuber rather than someone who just streams from his bedroom, which is what happens at the moment. But yeah, so that's exciting. So yeah, just need to keep picking up these sets. If anyone has got any other recommendations, obviously I've got my little wish list on Legos on the Lego site of things I want to get. If anyone has built anything recently, do let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. What have you got? What have you built? What sets would you recommend getting? Because always keen to get people's opinion. Because sometimes you look at some of these sets and they do need to look good. They need to look good on the side. I love all my sets over my little display. I don't really get bored of them ones, but it's also about the build. Like this one's been really fun build. Like the mechanism and stuff in particular was really good. So keen to maybe, like I say, I've never really looked at the Technic properly and stuff like that before, and I quite like cards, so I don't really know why. It's just never been something that's crossed my mind to do. But having enjoyed this set so much, a little Technic set might be in the future. That might be in the plan. But yeah, like I say, plenty to be cracking on with in the meantime. But be keep an eye out. Obviously, next week or so, we've got July releases coming out. Not a huge release date, July. Again, that'll probably be this week's video for anyone who watches my videos. I'll be doing a little review, little recommended of what I think top sets to get this release date are. But yeah, so and that'll come around quickly enough. And then there is rumours of another sort of Insiders Day in July. Now that's only rumours at the moment; nothing's been confirmed. But usually when they have them sort of days, you get some really good deals out as well. So that's one to keep an eye out for. That would probably be discounts as well, rather than so if you've got double points at the moment, that'll probably be cheaper sets. So that'd be really good. I reckon that'll probably be getting rid of some of the stock of the sets that are retiring for them. So that's well worth keeping an eye on, especially if you are after retiring set next month. Like I said, that's not confirmed. That it might not be happened, but just the forums and stuff I usually check out, that is the rumor currently. So something just to keep an eye out for over the next coming weeks. I imagine it will be first couple of weeks of July if it does happen. I don't think it'll be towards the end of July. That being said, if you are after one of the sets that are retiring, and I did a video a couple of weeks ago about retiring sets, please go check that out if you're not sure what is retiring. I mean, there's over 100 sets. I didn't cover all of them in the video, but I just picked out some of the best biggest sets that are going, most popular sets. But yeah, if you are after those retired sets, this is a good opportunity right now to get them. Don't hold off thinking you might get a discount in the coming weeks. It's a really good time now with the double points just to pick them up if they're not discounted everywhere. And do look around elsewhere. There's some of the other retailers, obviously, there's quite a lot of sales going on at the moment, or starting in the next couple of days, if not. But yeah, so just keep an eye out for those if you are interested in retiring sets, because once they've gone, especially the big popular ones, your Gringotts and your things like that, the Dungeons and Dragons, I imagine, they will jump up in price on the second-hand market. They will be straight up there, like straight away. I can just see them jumping. So don't hold off getting them if you are keen. It's a good time now. Let's say basically get 10% off at the moment if you get from the Lego store. And so if it's not more than 10% off elsewhere, Lego store's the place to go. And the timing is now, because once they're out of stock, they'll be gone. They won't be coming back now, those sets. But yeah, so go check it out. Go purchase some Lego to keep you inside in the shade during this hot weather, especially a UK base. It is warm. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I've not had a chance. Let's have a quick look on Prime sales. I mean, what are the good deals? Is there anything I've done? Again, in my video last week, I did mention some of the early deals. So I've seen all those ones. So it starts tonight. So Prime sales start tonight. There's probably nothing more on than what I saw the other day. 3 hours 31 minutes for anyone counting. So tomorrow morning, make sure you check that out. Check out Amazon Prime for deals, because there may be something on there for you. I didn't hold off for the Prime deals because they don't sell the set I wanted on there. The Sherlock Holmes one isn't available on Amazon, so I didn't have to worry about that. And I'd already checked out the other retailers who already have sales on, and none of them had it discounted at all. So I've gone early with my purchase. I wanted that gift for purchase. For that gift for purchase, they're really cool. That is on its way to me. But yeah, any other sets that you want that are available on Amazon Prime, like I said, a few of them are on sale already. All the Lord of the Rings ones are discounting. They're already on sale, but there will be other ones. There will be new sets coming on sale tonight at midnight. So I've just dropped a piece. So please do check that out, because you want to save money. You want to get as much value for money out of your Lego that you can. And if anyone has picked stuff up, like I say, let me know in the chat what you got. Always interested to hear what people are buying, what people are holding out for, what is on your wish list, what is that set that you've been waiting ages to get and you haven't quite got round to getting. Just done a sticker, by the way. We've got a little arcade game at the end of the rocket. But yeah, so please do let me know. Like I say, always like to hear what other people are buying and be nosy and have a little look myself, see if them sets are any good. Let's say we're lucky enough to have a Lego store just round the corner from us, from where we live. So it really isn't far to go and check out the store. But they don't always have everything in store. Like I said, the reason when I didn't actually pick up the Sherlock Holmes one in store in the end, because they didn't have it. It was off the shelves now. That's obviously, it's been out a little while. Um, so yeah, so I had to order that one online. I did have the Toy Story Brickheads, which I ended up picking up as well, but obviously couldn't split the purchase between online and in store because otherwise I wouldn't have got the gift for purchase. So yeah, so that's why I'm waiting for the delivery. Otherwise, I just would have picked it up on the day. But the Lego stores obviously only have limited shelf space, so they can't stock everything. They've got hundreds and hundreds of sets for sale. They couldn't possibly have everything on the shelves, especially not at the Bluewater store. You might maybe at the Oxford Street one, you might have most of them, or things like Legoland. The store's pretty big, isn't it? So but yeah, that's my Lego purchase. That's my Lego dealings. That's probably me done for this sale period. I'm pretty much all spent up for the month now within my budget of Lego. But next month's a new month, and so hopefully once you get a clearer picture then of maybe what's next on the list to aim for. I think it'll probably be the Triceratops, which came out beginning of this month. If you haven't seen that one yet, give that a little Google because that looks fantastic. I love how that looks. Another display set that I'm really keen on. I think that looked good in my new display for when we move. And then by the end of the year, the plan is to pick up Rivendell, although Rivendell is currently discounted on the Prime sale. That's one of the ones that they have gone early on. So I'll probably hold off on picking that up until the November, like Black Friday, Prime Day deals, because I imagine they'll put that back on then. Not guaranteed, obviously, you never know. But chances are high. Amazon Prime, for those who don't know, have exclusivity outside of the Lego store on all the Lord of the Rings stuff. So they're the only retailer that stocks all that Lord of the Rings stuff other than Lego. So they're the only place where you're really going to see it for a good discount, because Lego very rarely discount sets themselves. Not impossible, but it's rare. It's only things like the potential Insiders Day next month where you might see it. But otherwise, they tend to do double points and things like that. So it's only if they're trying to get rid of stock towards the end of a set's life, you probably see it on a discount. Although in Europe, some of the videos I watch on YouTube for Lego in Europe, you seem to do get the discount prices sometimes a little more. So I don't know if that's just a mainland sort of Europe thing, and us on our little islands are denied them. But yeah, I don't know. That's but yeah, and then what else we got going on? So we've got the World Cup going on obviously at the moment. Any sports fans out there? How is everyone enjoying that? I'm still struggling. If anyone watched last stream, they'll know that I'm just struggling to get into it a little bit at the moment. Don't think it helps where the game times for us over here are not on a great time. Like we get a couple that are okay, and the rest of them just on quite late. Like it's usually a 6 p.m. game, a 9 p.m. game, and then they're like 1 a.m. or to be honest, I don't really know because they're on too late after that I just don't even properly look at what time they're on. But the bits I've seen, I'm enjoying. England are playing tomorrow. Obviously, as you probably can tell from the accent, can't tell anyway. I am English, so looking forward to the big England game tomorrow. Should hopefully win that and then be qualified from the group. As I know, we get quite a few American viewers sometimes, and then obviously America smashing it at the moment as well. 2 wins from 2 for the fans in the States. But yeah, enjoying it. I think once it gets to the knockout stages, that's for me when it'll start getting really interesting. It's just not enough teams going out at this stage to make it really like threatening and dangerous. I think you'll see most of the big teams that will go through. All the big teams will probably go through. So yes, once we get to the knockouts, that's when I think we're going to see the real tournament start. I mean, other than that, we're getting into a holiday season soon. Obviously, so my kids have only got it's about a month left at school, maybe. So they'll be soon on school holidays. So I have kids around all the time, which is good because we've got big Lego backlog that they've had. They have so they've got to have Christmas and then they have birthdays quite close together. One of the February, one's April, and between them they generally, even if it's me buying them or me and my wife buying them, or if other family members buy them, they tend to always get a couple of sets of Lego at the very least for birthdays and Christmas. But they've had a few big ones recently for those things. So we're partway through the Wicked Wall Art set. That was what we got them. Um, that's what we got them for Christmas. Yeah, this year. Um, and then they've had a few other Wicked sets. They've got some Harry Potter bits, so they've got a night bus. But yeah, so hopefully over the summer holidays, plan is to really make a dent in that because we want to get that built and ready for the move, for the house move. So again, I mean that'll be the big drama is remembering whose Lego is who. They don't, other than the Wicked wall art, which we've already said we'll probably put in the hallway between the rooms, or what the house we like. They'll have a playroom. So that's probably where the Wicked wall art will actually go, is in the playroom. But at the moment in their shelves, all the Legos sort of just mixed together. And some bit, like the oldest has got a Harry Potter shelf with all a Harry Potter Lego on. That's a really cool display. Actually, she's done that up really nicely. She arranged that all herself. That's what she's done. That's looking really good. So we know what the Harry Potter stuff has. There's a few other sets that we know who's a who's. But some of the smaller sets, I have not got a clue what sibling that belongs to. So we may have some arguments on our hands when it comes to moving day, and just remembering whose Lego is whose. Yeah, that that will be a fun conversation. Hopefully, no, they might surprise me. They might be like, "That's mine, that's mine, that's mine." And like I say, like most of the big sets I do know because they've gone for different themes a lot of time over the years, so that most of it will be easy. Like the eldest always had Lego friends, and to be honest, I don't know, if she'll want them anymore. Um, she's now 12, so she's sort of growing out of that sort of stage. I'd say she likes the more like display times type sets rather than the play sets. Um, so it might even be she lets her little sister have those, although I'm not holding my breath because they are siblings and they like to argue with each other. Um, but yeah, so that is Lego. But yeah, let's say looking forward to summer holidays, looking forward to getting some of their backlog. Because it is something, it's something we say as a family enjoy. Even my wife recently has got into Lego. Just show you the set while we're building it. So large chunk of way through this little base now. Yeah, so it's a family activity. Like I say, usually it's down to me to build the Lego with the kids because I love it. I love building Lego. So much so that obviously I started a YouTube channel. But yeah, so yeah, it is a big family affair. And that's the way it should be. Lego is it is for all ages. I mean, for those who didn't see, and some people might not know who he is, but David Attenborough, obviously. So it always used to be, what's the, is it naught to, where's my set? Free. I think it's free to 99 that you have on it. And David Attenborough, who, at least in the UK, I don't know if he's so big in America and stuff, but basically he works in documentaries usually about the environment and animals and stuff like that. He is a national icon over here in the UK, and he recently turned 100. So, but he's a well-known Lego fan. He's always been a Lego fan. So to celebrate his big birthday, Lego actually updated sets to be 100 plus. So yeah, David Attenborough can still enjoy his Lego. And as for those who watch my streams quite a lot, I think I've made a mistake. Don't really understand how, because in that picture it looks correct. Why is that a little different? Oh no, it's fine. It's all good. I've not. I'm just being a wally. Although I have now pulled it all apart. Where did that go? Let's try that again. Yeah, for those who have seen any of my streams in before, still practicing the art of talking and building without making any mistakes. I don't think I've got through a single stream yet without making any mistakes. Actually, those who did watch the last stream, I did fix the ear. Anyone who watched last stream all the way through knows that I got towards the end of the alien and I realised his ear was positioned slightly wrong, so it was out of line, and that would have really bugged me if I'd left it like that. So yeah, I did fix it. I pulled him apart a little bit after the stream and just fixed it there and then. It didn't take too long, probably only 5 minutes, if that. But he is now fixed. He is ear positioned in the correct place, so we are all good. Again, please do leave in the chat. Let me know how far have you got through build and had that moment of, oh no, I have done something completely wrong here. Because imagine it happens to most people. That's like usually if I'm properly concentrating, if I'm not distracted by streaming, I'm reasonably good. I don't make too many mistakes, but I get it more with flat pack furniture. The amount of times I do that, and you'll get 2/3 way through, and you'll put in a drawer or whatever, and you'll realise you've done something upside down, and that was about 20 steps ago. Then you have to reverse build it all. Yeah, tends to make more mistakes with flat pack than Lego. But as everyone knows, flat pack furniture is just sensible people Lego. We like fun Lego more, don't we? It's definitely better. Like, I don't mind flat packing, but I'd rather be building Lego if I had the choice out of the two. Luckily, it's not usually an either or. Just do both when I need them. Although I imagine if we needed a set of drawers and I came home with a Rivendell instead, I don't think my wife would be overly impressed. So she's starting to enjoy Lego. I don't think she enjoys it more than furniture we need yet. I'm working on it, don't worry. I suppose the dream is that let's build a chest of drawers out of Lego, eh? Like someone must have done that before. Someone must have done a bedroom built out entirely of Lego, or fixtures and fittings out of entirely of Lego. If it hasn't been done, someone needs to and make a video of that, because I would watch that. That'd be great. Although probably not the flooring. I don't think you'd want the flooring out of Lego. No one needs to be treading on that every day. Maybe some of these little smooth bricks. But yeah, no, I don't think you'd want to be, unless you like pain, doing that. Okay, let's say we're getting there. That's looking like a base. This is progressing nicely. Should open that up. There's only a couple of stages in there. But yeah, so like I say, I think that's all Lego news wise what I've got. We spoke about the house. Oh gosh, that's all one apart. These little bits tricky. Okay, 2 seconds, folks, because I need to figure out getting this back on. Take that. But yeah, how is everyone coping in the heat? And what's the heat like elsewhere? I know Europe's seeing heat waves at the moment, but about you guys over in the States and stuff, are you sweltering like us Europeans, or oh gosh, this is disintegrating now. Yeah, what's everyone else doing with it? Well, look at that, what a disaster. Right, okay, let's fix this bit, and then we're gonna have to put that all back together. Like I say, just talking about mistakes, and I go and pretty much just draw it the whole set. Right, what was that bit? That was on there. Sometimes you do get this with Lego, like until it's fully built and fully together, the integrity of it just doesn't work. Oh gosh, what a nightmare. Right, let's work backwards a little bit here. For those just tuning in, I did get quite far through the set, and it's just all falling apart in my hands. So we are quickly just rebuilding that. It shouldn't take too long. Although I'm missing a piece now. Where's that gone? Here. It's on there. It's in between my lap. We are rescuing this. Don't worry. It won't take long, and we're back on track. Yeah, like I say, sometimes you do notice until you get like certain bits in, integrity of it isn't best, and then you do end up with complete falling apart. I'm just going to go back a few pages to see what I did at the time. Right, so the circle was built, then so let's just do that. Let's try and get that one onto there. Right, okay. Yeah, so these all went on like that. We've got one on like this. It's gone. We've got one on like that. Okay, we are rebuilding this. It's getting there. All is not lost. We will have a set completed. suppose while I'm doing this, what did everyone else go to the weekend? Did anyone else celebrate Father's Day? Father's Day different in America, if anyone's watching from America? Like say in UK, we had Father's Day yesterday. Did anyone, if there are any dads watching, did you get any Lego? If there are any kids going, did you buy your dad any Lego? Let me know. Or if not, any other cool little Lego is not, other products are available. Okay, right. We're rebuilt. We are back where I was. Just to prove it, I did fix it. It's all good. If you just skip like the last 5 minutes, nothing ever happens. Just keep that flat on there, I think, for the moment. Yeah, I've not given I didn't actually see my dad over the weekend. So I'm not giving him his present. He's not a Lego fan, so he'll be, I mean, he won't watch the stream either, but he'll be getting some smellies. Because tends to be what we always get him. It's what he would ask for, some smellies for Father's Day. Also has his birthday coming up, so it's like a double whammy of knowing what gifts to get him. But yeah, probably some sort of smellies and then some sort of top for bits for he's going on holiday and stuff like that. That was our other main focus. Whilst we did have families, we're going away with my mum and my sisters and stuff this summer. So we're going to South France. So we were planning bits for our holiday yesterday, which is all very exciting. Like traveling as much as I like Lego, and did try setting up a traveling channel last year. Just found it quite hard what to do content wise, but that may be something revisit at some point, to be honest. Especially now, like learning through this channel, can sort of bring my experiences from this channel over to that one. But yeah, so we found that. So we found actually, right, we're going to La Rochelle, and we found this really cool water park, which is about an hour away. So I think we're gonna put that on the agenda of places to go. Again, if anyone watching has been to La Rochelle or somewhere close to that sort of region, let us know. Let me know what's worth visiting, because we are on the lookout for ideas. We've got a rough plan now. Let's say that was the whole point of yesterday. I can't remember. There we go. Yeah, that was our whole plan yesterday. Was sorting it out, so we now have a good rough idea of our plans for holiday. How cool is that? We've got the front of a rocket. We've got the control panel, and that might be the end of this bag. It is. We are at the end of bag 5. Last bag to go. We will be finishing this set on this stream tonight. It will be done and dusted when we are done. Let me get my little spare pot. What does everyone else keep their little spares in? We've got 2 Wanjangas, various spare bits in here. What usually happens with them is they sit on my desk, and whilst I'm working, I end up fitting them in them all and building random bits, like this. That time I'm a fiddler. It helps me think. So quite often, quite like having little bits of Lego just sitting there while I'm on a call or trying to concentrate or whatever. To fiddle away with to help me concentrate. Right, let's get out bag number 6. That box is now empty. This is the last bag. Get it open up. What would say, let's say just midstream. Probably wait till I've opened this. Noisy. But yeah, just midstream. Thank you to everyone who has watched all my content over the last week. I've had my best week yet on YouTube. We are getting closer and closer to the channel goals. So this is a fairly new channel still. I've only been doing it for about 4 months now, properly. Had a month sort of playing around with shorts until I decided that wasn't what I wanted to do. So yeah, since I've been doing full content, full videos, and streaming, I've got a bit better at streaming regularly now as well. We've had our best week, so thank you to everyone who has watched my content over this past week. Please do subscribe if you want to, for more content like what we've been doing. So I'm enjoying it. I really enjoy making the content. It is a hobby. That's what it needs to be. I think anyone who goes into YouTube at sort of this sort of stage, of my stage, learning stage as such, um, wanting to be monetized or whatever else, I think they're probably going to fail because they'll just get frustrated. And it is a learning curve. Like before this past week, I was probably having my worst month since my second worst month. I think I was going to work out as I worked it out. Um, so and did feel a little bit demoralizing because you feel like, oh, I'm making progress, I'm learning, getting better at doing certain bits. And like I say, I just know that from making the content, like from bits that I watched back. Um, but then when people aren't then watching it, it's a bit like, well, what more can I be doing? And it's going to be like that. It'll always be like that, no matter how successful the channel does or doesn't get. There's always going to be ups and downs, but just keen to learn. But yeah, so then to see, I think sort of building Toy Story stuff when the Toy Story film's coming out has really helped. And obviously it's fairly new Lego as well. And then, but even like the other channels, so like the video last week, which came out on Friday, like I say, that was all on the discounts and offers that are on right now out in the Lego store. And that's currently trending as my second best ever video, and it's about 2 views, and it will catch and overtake the one that's best because it's growing unless YouTube suddenly decides to stop it. But I wouldn't be surprised if by the time I get off this, that has replaced, and that's going to be my number one video for this point in its release cycle. So yeah, just big thank you to anyone who has watched. I say anyone who is watching this now on replay, if you are enjoying it, please give us a subscribe. Again, had quite a few subscribers join up comparatively. I mean, it was 5. But that's quite a big deal for me. That's the most I've had in one little short space before. Yeah, other than that, maybe I had a couple on one day, but to have 5 over in the space of 24 hours, it was pretty much. Um, it just it gives you a boost, it makes you feel good, makes you know that you must be doing something, like you must be learning. And that's what I just want to do. This first year in particular of the content is about me learning about what works, what doesn't work, what I enjoy doing, what I don't enjoy doing. And in the few months I have been doing it, I've learned an awful lot about that already. So I can only continue doing that. That's the goal. Continue learning, continue developing, and then hopefully making content that everyone enjoys. That I say that's a bonus. That's a real big bonus. Is if people are enjoying the content, enjoying watching me make these videos because that's how I'm enjoying making them. So yeah, the plan is just keep going because it gives me an excuse to sit and build some Lego every week and talk about Lego, and I can do that all the time. My friends are all big Lego fans, so quite regularly on nights out we'll have a good long conversation about it, about what sets we like that are coming out. We've all got slightly different interests as well, so it makes our houses not look all exactly the same, which I think is a good thing. So um, there's generally 3 of us like at the group who are into it. One of them pretty much just does Marvel, bit of Disney, but largely Marvel sets. One of the others does do a bit of Marvel as well, but he likes his Speed Champions and stuff like that, and he's got a few other then like display sets. I've always, like I said, I've not actually got any Star Wars here. I was gonna say I really like Star Wars, but you can't see any here. But yeah, for me it's always been Star Wars, Disney. But like I said, they really appealed to me with some of the recent releases. So the Game Boy, as soon as I saw that was a must get. The McLaren, massive McLaren fan, so that was a must get. Talking about wish list earlier, that McLaren Lando Norris helmet is firmly at the top of my list. That may be the other one I get instead of the Triceratops next, because that is incredible. That looks amazing. But yeah, so it's quite nice. Let's say we all have slightly different looking displays, because it's good. Cause we don't want our houses looking exactly the same with exactly the same Lego. It's nice to admire other sets in people's houses, because unfortunately none of us have won the lottery, so we can't have it all. But yeah, it's I say it's why we're friends. Common interests, not the only common interest, but like our rugby as well. Do a bit of the things we're trying to tick off pretty much every ground in the country. We're doing steady. We're over halfway, I think now. Yeah, so that's what friends are for. Talk about Lego and we've not done building Lego. The girls actually recently, so our wives all did with some of their other friends a sip and paint. Which, for those who don't know what sip and paint is, it's essentially an excuse to go around each other's houses, drink wine and prosecco or whatever else they want to drink, and do little painting by number things. Um, so I've suggested that because none of us, well, me definitely, I would not be able to sit there and paint. Is genuinely one of my worst nightmares. But I suggested instead of doing a sip and paint, we should do a build and beer. I think I called it a build and beer. Patent pending. No one's still my idea. It's probably already been done. Um, but yeah, build and beer. So we'll get some little. I've got my little mech here. Have I? No, he's in the other room. Like get little mechs or something like that, and we can all just have a beer and build some, let's say, either mechs, whether they be Marvel ones or Star Wars. But yeah, beer together, have a chat. I really like that idea. So that may be something we do. Probably won't be something that ends up on the channel because I don't think all my friends want to be filmed, sadly. But yeah, let me know. If that sounds great to other people. I mean, some of you might not be old enough to drink it, but build and beer, maybe a franchise on its way. Might be my $1 million idea. You never know. I mean, I just told YouTube about it for free, but it's pretty easy to copy. Anyway, but there we go. That is the idea at the moment. A build and beer. Yeah. Yes. What else? Had a bit of a nightmare getting into work this morning. Again, for those who aren't UK or maybe not even South England based, there was a train crash in the UK the other day. It's quite sad. I won't dwell on it too much details because lives were lost. But the upside of it is that basically half my trains weren't running this morning, and bigger problems. I'm unhealthy, so shouldn't really complain too much. But when it's already baking hot and then you've got to find a longer way into work, just could have done without it, to be honest. And that's how I couldn't work from home, which I normally do because we had house viewings. So yeah, that was fun. Just made the journey a little bit longer, which so when it's 30 odd degrees, it's only going to get hotter, and they think this issue's going to be there all week. Yeah, not fun, not fun times. But yeah, that's it. I'm healthy, which is the main thing. Poor people have lost their lives over the weekend in that train crash, so thoughts go out to them. Also, don't want to get too political on this, but so the Prime Minister go today, expected. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Looking like it's gonna be Andy Burnham stepping in. It's be interesting how he does. You never know, might bring in a Lego. No, thank you. No worries, Richard Torres. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so that's the big news in the UK today. Yeah, and then what else we got coming up? We've got, for those who like rugby, we had the rugby finals. As I mentioned earlier, big rugby fan. So the Premiership final this weekend. So watch that. My sister was jammy enough to get free tickets. She was in corporate hospitality, so she was telling me all about it yesterday. She did say that someone pulled out and she did try to get me roped in for an invite. Not that I'd been able to go because we had other stuff to do over the weekend. But yeah, that would have been cool. But yeah, no, she got to go to that. But yeah, it's a good game for those who do like the sport. Northampton Saints winning it, and deservedly so. I was a Wasps fan, so that who again for those who don't follow rugby don't know, they went bankrupt about 4 years ago. So I don't really have a rugby team now. We've got a bottom of a rocket with some stands. This is looking like it's coming to an end. Yeah, so that's cool. So all the sports, let's say other than the World Cup, which will be around for a few more weeks, all the sports I sort of follow coming to an end for the summer, which is always a sad time. I do like my sports. I'm a big sports guy. So I play a lot of Football Manager and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty sport crazy. I play rugby, do all different sorts of sports. Yeah, about to be a dance show dad for the first time in a few weeks. My youngest has got her first ever dance show, so that's going to be a new experience. Um, yeah, so yeah, that's probably a bit more out of my native habitat. Not a huge dance fan personally. Definitely not the sort of watching capacity. But you know, you do these things because you love them, and I will enjoy it. Sat through Romeo and Juliet the other day as well, which my eldest was in. So yeah, they have busy kids. They do keep going. Right, we have a rocket. We have a flame coming out of a rocket. It is getting attached to the back of here, like let's just click that in, and there we go. Look at that. That is starting to take really nice shape now. I'm just gonna take a quick drink. Yeah, that is looking really cool actually. So I don't know. I imagine it's gonna have some sides, and then we're gonna stick it on the mechanism, and then we can all see it move and blast off into space. Excuse me. Right. So let's crack on then. Let's get this finished. The World Cup game must just kicked off. What is this evening's game? Anyone know? Anyone know in chat what we've got on this evening? I'm trying to think what it was. So we had Argentina on earlier. I saw Messi scored two, managed to catch the last goal of that one. Broke the World Cup scoring record, which is pretty cool. Guy just doesn't seem to age, does he? So he's still as classy as ever. Right, let's get that one. I might do the old Wonga cheat for this one. So for those who don't know, get your sticker on your range angler, line it up nicely, and then it should just peel down. And you've got the pizza player inside. Yeah, it's a handy little trick that I learned that one on YouTube a few years ago. And it's good to know because sometimes stickers can get rather fiddly. We've got one more sticker left, which I imagine can be on the other side. So like I say, we've definitely come to the closing stages of this set. For those who weren't on the stream earlier, streams won't be going anywhere though. They will be back. They are on every Monday at 8:15. Monday is the streaming day of choice. And next week we will be carrying on with some Toy Story bits. I have ordered the complete set of Toy Story brickheads as part of the Lego Double Points event, so they will be built on next week's stream. That is the plan, assuming they arrive in time. That could be the only thing. They don't arrive in time, which they should do. I ordered them on Saturday. They should be here once I do rock it on. If they don't arrive, then I've got the dancing group, which I'm going to show everyone early on stream, which I got as a present over the weekend. So that is the backup plan, if not. But I want to carry on this Toy Story theme. So we've had the film out, so it just seems apt to just sort of keep bashing those sets out. Why that film is, then never know. I might have actually been to see the film by then. Hopefully that's the plan at some point. I don't know if it'll be this weekend, especially if the sunshine stays, because it just seems a waste to be sat in a cinema when it's nice and sunny out, especially with two young kids, because they just won't be running around. There we go, Range Angler trick number 2, Pizza Planet sticker number 2. But yeah, definitely that's a must see at some point. So yeah, we'll be building them next week on stream, the brickheads. I don't know if we'll get through all of them in one stream or if they might be over a couple of streams. We'll just see how we get on, I suppose. Yeah, see how we do for time on it. Usually my general is 2 bags per stream. I've never actually built a brickhead. These will be my first Lego brickheads. The kids have got some. So I have helped them do bits of their ones before when they've got stuck on little bits. But yeah, I've not done a brickhead from start to finish, so that will be a first for me next week. So like I say, that leads to the fact that I don't really know how long they would take me to build. So like I say, we'll see how we get on. And they may be one stream, it may be 2 streams. I think ideally I'd like to get them done on one, to be honest. Just 'cause I don't know if that needs dragging over 2, but So generally, I like my streams to be about an hour, somewhere around an hour long at the moment, just while I'm sort of learning about and my audience is growing. Because otherwise, you know, it's a learning game speaking on these streams. So need to be able to keep that up. Right. That is the ping completely built. So let's get our spares pot again. Let's just put those spares in there, ready for me to fiddle with on a call tomorrow, most likely. We are attaching the rocket, so it needs to go. We want the money with the coin slot up here, the crank down this end, and it's going on this way. And I assume it will just slide on to go all the way to the back. Does it line up to there? I'm guessing. Right, please do not just all fall apart. Okay, we are on. We are on. Let's sit our little alien ENH rocket. Pizza, random little slice of pizza that you get that doesn't really go anywhere, it just sits on the side. I usually end up losing these. This will be down the back of that desk at some point. Simba has food, which is somewhere hidden around the back of this desk because at some point it just fell down. I've never been able to find it since. So we're moving at some point in the next 6 months, most likely. So at some point, Simba will have some dinner again. But pizza will probably end up with it. But the moment of truth, hopefully, we're going to turn this crank and let's just tap it out. I need to hang on. There we go. Look at that thing of beauty. That up and down, bit side on, just so you can see it. That is pretty cool. That, yeah. And there we have it. I mean, you might just get 10 minutes of me just sitting playing with this now because I love that. That is great. That's a really, really cool set. Yeah, so just, before we go, we'll do a little bit of summarize the set. So 6 bags in total. It was 714 pieces. It has been a really fun build. I would definitely recommend getting the set if you're thinking about it. Let me know in the comments, in the chat, whether way you want to leave it, if it is something you're thinking of getting. But yeah, I got it for my birthday, so I can't actually remember how much. I think it might be £55 in the UK. That might not be 100% right though. Double check that. And it might be on offer. I doubt it's a new set, but at the very least, you can get double points on it at the moment. But yeah, 100% recommend that set. That is a really good fun build. Nice little scale as well. That's it nicely on the desk. But yeah, that otherwise is the end of the stream. So thank you very much for everyone who's joined tonight. It's been a real pleasure again. So really enjoying doing these streams at the moment. We will be back next Monday, 8:15. Toy Story Brickheads being built. That's the plan. There'll be a new video out this Friday. Haven't filmed it yet. It's likely to be looking forward to the new releases in July. But yeah, otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Please, if you have liked it, please do give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos or live streams. And yeah, thanks for watching. And remember, no matter how your day's gone, you've still got bricks. Thanks, folks.